everyone. Welcome back to Sidekicked, a Marvel Champions podcast. Here we are all about the allies. We will teach you who those allies are in the comics, discuss their cards, and what kind of decks they might be played in. I'm one of your hosts. I'm Levi Lewis, and with me is...
Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm Earth Twister.
Hi, everybody. It's me, Jason. Jason Sketch. You know, with the S.
Essay.
Is that it?
So,
S-A.
So how you guys doing?
Good, man. Good. Glad to be here.
I am exhausted.
Yeah? Why are you exhausted?
Oh, man. Let's see. I work full-time. I have 2 kids. I am taking full load of classes this semester, and I'm applying for jobs. All
And
at the same time.
you're choosing to do all of those things.
And so to do all of those things, I have to forget what sleep is.
And you're choosing to do all those things.
Yeah.
Jason, how are you?
I'm doing good. Things are crazy busy at camp, but that's to be expected. I am excited for holiday season already. We are recording in September for October, but I'm definitely super excited for holiday season to start coming up. I'm not ready for all the Christmas music to be everywhere, which I feel like is going to slowly start trickling in here soon.
'Cause baby, it's cold outside.
Oh, man.
It's never cold in Texas.
There's
I don't know.
days.
Hey, guys, it has been 64 degrees every morning that I've walked to work this week. It's been glorious.
That you've walked to work?
I live within 5 minutes of work, like walking distance.
That's fair.
Yeah, he's been blessed. I also walk to work every day. Do you
You-
not walk
you
to
live
work?
there.
Look, man, you roll out of bed and you're at work. So,
Yeah,
I mean-
you live there. So what does the holiday season look like for you?
At my job?
yes, that's
Yeah.
you.
I mean, you're the holiday guy. You just talked about the holidays. I would you know what happens when you assume. I shouldn't have assumed that even though you had just talked about the holidays that I'd be talking to you. But anyways,
That's a good point. For us, for holidays, it's honestly, it's a weird time because most people, you would expect, like, oh, it's holiday time, so they're going to want to go to the camp. And generally, Thanksgiving and Christmas, the weeks of, they're dead. So we take those vacation times. Nobody actually comes out to spend time at our camp, which is great. There's no complaints about that at all. And then the summer, of course, summer vacation, that holiday time for summer, I guess, for kids going away from school, we're busy, we're packed with the summer camp. So that's what we do. But the rest of the year, we have retreat groups come out on the weekends, so I'm still busy all year round. But honestly, for holidays, around Christmas time and Thanksgiving, things die down. I tend to spend my vacation time. It's almost like being in school still. So there's some nice aspects to that. But it's relatively dead. And so honestly, for me, once Thanksgiving hits through like the end of January, I'll have small things here and there, but it's not nearly as busy as the rest of the year. Does that answer your question, or did I?
No, you answered my question. I zoned out there about 3 times, but you answered my question.
So my information is boring.
I think that's
good
just
to
Levi
know.
saying that's TMI.
Oh, okay.
No, it's not even TMI. It's just boring. No, he nailed it. So moving on. What have you guys been playing recently? Jason, what have you been playing?
Man, you just keep calling me out first.
I mean, you are in the show notes as first. I don't know if
Okay.
you looked at the show notes.
I
looked
actually
in the
have
show
not. I
notes.
should probably pull those back up, huh? Awesome. So, what have I been playing recently? Well, I'm glad you asked.
Can you give us more of an answer?
Oh yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
That's a great answer. I like it.
I think
Earth
last
Twister,
week-
what have you been playing recently?
Last week, I think I mentioned that I'm super excited about trying some new heroes that I haven't tried yet. We're already aware at this point the wonderful box, the new Civil War box, has been delayed. So I've taken time to just take that time to learn some new heroes. I played Loki for the first time the other day. That was a lot of fun to play against him.
Oh, I was going to say, Loki's not a hero.
Loki's not a hero, right? But I got to play against the new God of
yet.
Lies scenario, and that was a good time. So he was really neat. I would like a Loki hero, FFG, if you're listening. It'd be great to have Agent Loki. Probably my favorite version of Loki.
Not yet.
Not yet. But
Ooh,
I will have to say that I've gotten to play
the temporal trait.
Agent Loki.
Yeah.
I don't know, because he's like Agent of Asgard, so like it was essentially.
Oh, it's not the show Loki.
No. I'm talking about Agent of Asgard Loki. It is a comic book run. This takes place earlier this in the 2000s. But essentially, Asgard has fallen, and they are a place on Earth here, and Odin is gone or doing some big Odin sleep, or I don't know. Odin's doing whatever Odin does. He's not around. So Thor's mother is running Asgard, and she's using Loki to make amends for all of his mistakes. As when he was an adult Loki, he's now a teenager Loki. But she uses this teenager Loki, and that's a whole different ballgame and story arc that we don't need to get into at this point in time. But he essentially, for him to make amends for all his mishaps and mistakes, he's doing some secret agent stuff for her. And it's just a fun read to follow. And he's just my favorite version of Loki. So,
I'm so confused about how he was an adult and then now he's a teenager making amends for the things he did as an adult.
Okay, do you not know anything about Asgard? It's called magic, okay?
My understanding is that the original Loki, quote-unquote, died. But when he died, he was reincarnated as a child on Asgard.
He's a phoenix.
It's a weird story arc. All I know is it led into him... It's after Dark Reign, because in Dark Reign, he's a female Loki, by the way. So it's this whole trickster god type thing. But then he becomes a kid, and so he joins the Young Avengers as a superhero. And this is when he becomes a teenager, 20-year-old type deal.
When do we see Crocodile Loki?
Crocodile Loki? That's a good question. So far in the comics...
Spider-Ham universe.
It's possible.
But yeah, facing the God of Lies, and if you're looking at the Mischief and Mayhem card, the main scheme, one of the main schemes for the Loki God of Lies scenario, you see essentially the one that's kind of in the middle. He's got like the nice fuzzy jacket and the green shirt there with the black pants. That is the Loki I'm describing. He's got like this cool little beard thing going. He's like in his 20s. That is the version of Loki I like the best and really connected with when I was reading his story arc. That is way off in left field, but we do this podcast because we enjoy talking about the lore of the different obscure characters, and Loki's obscure in his own right. So,
that's true.
So I actually got to play those, like I mentioned, two heroes that I haven't played before recently. So I got to test out Rocket Raccoon and played him in Firepower Aggression, which was a lot of fun. Made the poor choice of making him face Venom at first. And that was terrible. Because every time you attack Venom, he gets a freaking boost card. I eventually figured out like you can get Groot out, but Groot just takes a while to get out, so there's not an easy way for him to fish him out.
You know, maybe that's why you lost so much. Rocket actually has 9 health points, not just 1.
He has 9 health points, but 1 defense, my friend.
He also has that one that gives him plus 3 hit points, and I think +1 thwart. Is that an upgrade?
Yeah, is his cybernetic upgrade.
You could have also put the symbiote suit in your deck, and that would have been cool. You would have gotten more hit points.
That's a
10
good point.
more hit points?
Yeah, that's 10 more hit points, and then +1 on all your stats.
Yeah.
And,
but I switched to a different villain.
Card.
So I have to say, just because you're talking about this, the first time I ever played Rocket, I played him against Juggernaut, and got stomped very quickly, multiple times. It was interesting. But also, to be fair, that was the first time I ever played Juggernaut.
That's fair. Oh yeah, so that was a learning curve for you there too.
What?
I should have just made a different choice. I eventually switched to a different villain, and I ended up having a lot of fun. There's a lot more minions in that set. It's the Brotherhood of Badoon. So I ended up destroying with Rocket there. But I agree with you, like, it's just kind of funny to see the scenarios that Rocket works well in and the ones that he's, like, gonna die in. Juggernaut and Venom are not made for Rocket Raccoon. Not solo, anyways. I feel like Rocket might do well if he was not facing them solo.
Could do a perfect protection rocket and then you'd survive.
That's true. But I wanted to play an aggression because I like firepower.
And protection is not my favorite.
Well, you're
Protection.
And
I'm
the
wrong, but it's
second
not my
game I got to
favorite.
play, like I mentioned, I faced Loki, and I faced him with Drax the Destroyer.
Nice.
And shout out to our another podcast that's out there, Stunned and Confused, with Joe and Jesse. They were doing a cool episode a couple episodes ago. By now it's been like they've done several more episodes, but it's called the Paint by Number. And what they do with that Paint by Number episode is they'll take a hero and they will select a aspect that they've not usually played that hero in, and they'll build a deck together while talking to each other on the podcast. So Joe will pick a card, then Jesse will pick a card, and they'll go back and forth that way. And they built a sidekick deck for Drax, and I thought that was a neat idea, so I built the deck based off their idea. Took parts of their deck, but not the whole thing, and played that, and I had a blast. I lost, but it was really cool to play Drax, and I've seen him play it. I think I've seen you play him in Pool. Did you play in Protection as well?
Yeah, I've played him in. Yeah, you've seen me play him in both Pool and Protection.
Pool Protection, so it's cool to see him in a different aspect, and I can see why you like Drax. He's just a lot of fun. So,
It's really fun, specifically when you get his hit, like when he gets attacked and he gets those points.
yes.
And then you
And
get
then
to
to
draw a
have-
card.
Exactly. With the sidekick build, too, you keep Mantis on the table, and her whole thing is she just keeps healing you over and over.
Yeah.
And that's really, really nice, too. So I enjoyed that. It was a fun build. I got close. It came down to like one card draw that screwed me up. I got to where I had like 4 or 5 chunky side schemes out, and Drax is not known for his side scheme game. He'll let somebody else take care of the thwart.
He's a little similar to Hulk in that aspect. That's the way I see him. Anyways, Earth Twister. I know that you are also on this podcast. Would you like to tell us what you have been playing recently?
Oh man, I'm actually getting a chance to talk. Sweet.
So anyways,
No, I actually just posted a video yesterday, I think, and it was the last game that I played on with Shadowcat in leadership. Yeah, leadership against Juggernaut Expert. So when you talked about Juggernaut a minute ago, I was like, "Hey!" I don't know why,
Wait,
but that's just what my brain did.
Did you just say Juggernaut Expert?
I did. Yeah.
Ooh, okay, go ahead.
what's he expert
It
in?
took me smashing. It took me three tries.
You want to take that back again?
Nope. 3 tries to beat him, but on the 3rd try, I smashed him instead.
Nice.
It's great. It's good fun. I used morale boost and Moxie, and lead from the front, or is it lead by the front?
Don't lead from the back.
It's something about leading fronts or something like that. And all 3 of those plus go all out. And my final turn, I think I did with 1 move, I did 14 points of damage to Juggernaut.
Nice.
It's fun. It's fun.
That's pretty cool.
14 points. That's a lot of damage for Shadowcat.
Yes.
Holy
Because
smokes!
You
mean,
you boof up her stats with morale boost, Moxie, and lead from the front, and then you have enough still in your hand to pay for go all out. So then you exhaust her, and go all out uses all of her stats together to deal damage.
Oh my gosh, How do you boof with an F? How do you boof a character?
Dang it.
Please elaborate. Tell all of our fans, how do you boof a character?
Without an F, you boo.
Yeah, you boo.
You badoof?
You know, hey, it's what month is it? It's October, right? So when you boof, you're like scaring, but you're doing it with increased stats. So yell boof, and it scares them so much it does stuff to their brains and psychological
14,
damage.
and it does 14 damage.
Wow, just 14 when you boof them. That's good to know.
Yep,
That's the new strat from Sidekick, ladies and gentlemen. Boof your characters up.
it's worth a shot.
So, anyways,
What about you, Levi? Have you played the game?
so I've not played this game. I did get the opportunity to play a game.
Disc golf.
This one of disc golf. Shut your mouth. I'm the one who's supposed to say it.
You go outside?
Sometimes. Usually
Why?
it's just to get. Usually it's just to get to work.
Oh, okay. Yeah, me too.
Most of the time, but I did get a chance to play disc golf with Jason and some others, and usually I won't keep score with whoever I'm playing with, but Jason is one of those people that is adamant about keeping score. So we keep score on this app that we play when we're playing disc golf. And I actually really try hard to make sure, like, there was even a part where I added a point to my score because I knew that I had messed up when I was scoring on one of our disc holes. I guess I don't exactly know the proper terms.
Basket.
But, I mean, it is a basket, yeah. Basket holes. I don't know. Anyways.
You're a basket.
You might as well just call it a donut hole, right?
But at the end of it, I won. I was the winner.
Hey.
But I don't go out there. I don't go out there to win. I just go out there to do my best. That's what I do. That's why I typically don't keep score unless I'm playing with Jason.
I keep score because the app helps you keep track of your stats as you're playing, and it's encouraging for me to go, okay, cool. I played this location recently, and my stats are actually improving and getting better. So, to me, it's fun to compare numbers, though. But I guess I'm a math guy.
Yeah, it did something that was neat about it because I hadn't really looked too much into the app, but it did show me that one of my discs that I threw it like 200 and I think 60 feet.
Yeah, that was a wild throw.
Which that was pretty awesome.
How do you get it to do that? Do you like hold up a camera as you're throwing or what?
No. Like in the app, it knows where you're throwing, like where I don't know what it's called.
It uses a GPS tracker in the app,
well,
and
but
so
no, what it does is so it knows where you're throwing from, like your first throw on a hole. It knows where you're throwing from because it has that in, like it already has that in the app of the course that you're playing on, and then you mark where your disc landed as your first throw, and it measures that.
Gotcha.
So it uses GPS to track your distance.
Yeah, it uses magic.
Science.
App magic. Yep. It's a fun app though because it kind of helps you track where you've thrown and things like that. I actually ended up picking up a new disc the other day too.
Oh yeah, you found one, but you also
I did
lost one.
So there's a
You
whole.
also fell in the water.
Oh, I
That
need to
was
hear
funny.
this story now.
Yeah, tell the story about how you fell in the water looking for your disc.
So we're at hole 9, which hole 9 at this particular course
It's like the worst one.
is the worst one. There's a river that goes, a river or creek.
It's a creek.
A
It's
creek.
not a river.
It's a deeper creek than a normal creek though.
It's a
But it's a
pretty-
creek
Are
that-
there rivers in Texas besides the Rio Grande?
Yes.
Yeah.
Believe it or not.
The Abilene. Nope.
Were you going to
Nope,
say the
nope,
Abilene
nope.
River?
Nope, 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 nope. Please edit that out. Please edit that out.
Why would I do that now? Who's editing this episode?
You are. This particular creek, right? It goes in the middle of your path, so you have to throw either right before it and then toss over, or try to get all the way across. Well, I threw my disc and it went all the way across, but it went to a large section of bushes that were on the other side, like reeds and stuff that are on the other side of the creek. So I go to the other side of the creek. Here, one of our other players, his disc lands in the water. I'm like, oh crap, sucks for him. We start looking on the edge near the bushes and stuff, and we see one in the water. It's like, oh, I guess it's mine. Reached in, not my disc, not his disc, just a brand new disc that I ended up with. So I started walking through the thick reeds and grass and things like that to try to find my other disc. And I guess I stepped wrong or something, or the earth fell out from underneath me because I was right on the edge of the creek there, and so I rolled into the river.
There was an earth twister.
It was an earth twister. So
Somehow I was there.
yes, exactly it.
Yeah.
So
All
unfortunately,
I heard was-
I did fall in the
all I heard
water and I
was-
had to play the next 9 wet, but it is what it is.
All I heard was, splash.
There may have been an expletive or two while I was falling, but
Poor Jason.
I didn't hear any expletives.
Oh,
I
good.
just heard, splash.
but it is what it is. I'm alive. My beard smelled like the creek for the next 3 days, even though I washed it every day, twice the first day. It is what it is.
Are you saying you don't wash your beard every day?
Well, no, I don't. And here's why. I don't want to. No. When I was younger, I went to get a haircut, and I was talking to the lady there, and she was a hair professional, so she's got her like degree and masters and stuff in hair. And she was
Hair
saying
magic.
that you're not supposed to wash your hair every day because it'll kill the hair off. It'll kind of lose some of the form that it's got. She said wash it every other day or every third day. So I'll do that with my beard. I'll wash it every other day. But
You are talking as a person who has no hair. So I guess
Yeah.
following her instructions did not help you
Yeah,
in
I was
any
about
way,
to
shape,
say,
or form.
of the
I
three of us,
have
you're the
hair.
one
I
with the
have
least
I have
amount of
chosen
hair.
to shave my head forever now.
Guess
But
you
of the
shouldn't have
three
listened
of
to her.
us, I just want to point out, of the three of us, you're the one with the least amount of hair.
Correct, but I'm also the one that's least showing their widow's peak and the little circle in the back of their head.
What's a circle?
You know, the circle that you get in the back of your head where the hair doesn't grow anymore.
I can't look. I can't see back there.
Someone's
so I don't know
just
what
jealous
you're
of my
talking
luscious locks.
You've got a widow's peak, man. Like, it is sharp right here.
Yeah, I know. But I've got luscious locks. And you're
no
jealous.
No one's gonna believe us because
Okay,
even now in your
moving on
videos,
with our
you don't use your
podcast.
camera anymore. If you're not gonna use your
Sick
camera.
it, bro!
about. Moving on with the podcast. So, when this episode does get released, it is going to be in October. So because of that, we're trying to keep this a little bit more spooky.
Or boof.
Ooh, or boofy. Ooh, boo.
Why are we bringing in a vampire slayer now?
But anyways, so
Boof,
because of that,
Boof is the poor man Bamf.
What was that?
Boof is the poor man's Bamf.
Oh my god. So, anyways, so my question that I have for you guys. So something that I always do in October is I like to watch a couple of spooky movies. Nothing too wild. I don't usually watch like super scary movies, like super hardcore horror movies. Not all. It's not not. Anyways, but I like spooky. I like kind of spooky movies. So, what is your favorite spooky movie?
How are we defining spooky movie? Is it like thriller is involved in spooky movie? So something like
doesn't-
Signs or I Am Legend? Or is it like Paranormal Activity?
Whatever you define as spooky.
Sweet, My Little
Like-
Pony.
That's cool. Wait. Did Earth Twister just admit that he's a brony?
Yes, he did. He did.
I couldn't.
You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. Earth Twister is a brony. Be praying for Little Twister and Earth Eater.
And Dirt Devil.
Dirt Devil.
Oh man, no. Honestly, I Am Legend is probably one of my favorite movies.
Oh.
But the thing about it, I can't watch it again.
Why?
I like the movie,
Okay.
but it terrifies me.
Interesting.
I remember, although speaking of I Am Legend, I remember going to the movie theater with Jason Sketch and one of our other friends, Lazy Man Gamer, I believe. And after we got back to our house after that movie, Lazy Man Gamer was freaking out and was running to all of our windows looking like, "Where's the garage doors to pull down?" We didn't have them, but yeah, it was... I don't know if you remember that, Jason.
I don't. I remember watching it in theaters. I don't remember who was with me.
I'm
I
pretty
remember
sure
buying it later on.
you, me, Lazy Man Gamer, and maybe a couple others.
Man, I don't remember that at all.
That was also the first scary movie that didn't keep me up till 1 a.m.
It's a good point. Would you? I don't know. It's a zombie movie, so I can see why you'd label that as spooky, but I don't know if I'd call it scary.
It's actually zombie vampires.
Oh,
Vampires or zombies.
it's solid. It was a solid film. Spooky movies, man. My favorite one that I like rewatching. I need to watch again is Young Frankenstein.
That's not spooky.
Ooh,
That's
yes, it is.
hilarious.
I would
Yeah,
consider
I mean,
that
it
spooky.
doesn't have to
It's
be-
got
I mean,
monsters
I
and
consider
stuff
spooky.
in it.
Yeah, it's got monsters. It's got
Okay.
Young Frankenstein's monster.
It's
We
not
didn't
one of those
specify.
movies that kept me awake till 1 a.m. So
Yeah, but it's hilarious. That movie is.
it
so
is
funny.
hilarious.
It's a good movie.
Werewolf.
Werewolf.
Why are you talking
What?
like that?
What large knockers? Why, thank you, Doctor.
It's Frankenstein.
Frankenstein.
Frau Brucher.
So what's really funny about that is, if I'm not mistaken, if you translate that into English, it's like, I think it's glue factory, and I think that's why the horses are always like.
That's awesome.
That's such a good movie.
That's a very funny movie.
Oh, it's a great movie. What about you, Levi? What's your favorite spooky movie?
So I love a good Tim Burton movie.
Ooh.
So probably one of my favorites is right now is actually of his is actually the new Beetlejuice movie.
Beetlejuice,
know.
Beetlejuice?
Yeah, Beetlejuice.
Don't say it again.
Yeah, we've already said it 4 times. So
But
it's gonna show up in your house.
across 2 people. If you say it 3 times, one person with say it spoken unbroken.
I'm glad you know the lore. So, anyways,
Tell
I
us.
love those movies. I mean, they're spooky, but they're funny. I mean, if you haven't seen either of the movies, they're worth watching. They're super funny. Specifically the second one, Tim Burton is wild because he literally plays a song from the 60s, and it's not even like part of a song, because when they were writing the script, and initially the other writers were like, "Oh yeah, you're just gonna do part of it." He's like, "No, we're gonna do the whole song," and they do a whole song where they all lip sync the song in the second movie, and it's insane.
Is this with Winona Ryder?
Yes.
Okay. I think I've
Yeah,
seen the first one. I haven't seen the second one.
Yeah, they do it in both movies. The first one the first movie they only do part of. I think the song's called Tallyman. Come, Mr. Tallyman, tally me banana, and me wanna go home. And it's around a dinner table. The second movie, I don't know the name of the song, but the song is wild because I think the song's like "You Left the Cake Out in the Rain," because that's a part of the song. Because what's supposed to be happening in the second movie is he's supposed to be marrying Winona Ryder, in the second movie. Spoilers! Oh my goodness. But it's on you if you haven't seen that movie. But there's a part, like there's literally a cake that's like being showered by rain in the scene.
Oh yeah.
It's so funny though, like just the way that they're doing it, and it's.
I need to watch it again. I went and saw it in theaters, and I haven't watched it since then.
Yeah, I went with.
I've never seen it.
We did go together, didn't we? We had a good time.
It's a wild movie. It's super. Like if you've seen the first one and liked it, like just a hint, the second one's I think is better.
Fair enough.
I feel like the second one's longer.
I think it is.
People are in the habit of making long movies nowadays. The average Marvel movie is what, like 4 hours long now?
Yeah, but the Marvel movies, they try to be epic movies. I don't know if you know what that
Try
means.
is the key word.
Yeah, they try. They try to be more epic, where just a ton of stuff happens the entire time. So, Jason, are there any new comments from our fans?
Yes.
I've gotten some
Awesome.
comments about our fans.
About our
What are you? Who has comments about our fans?
I have a comment about the ceiling fan in my room. It is too loud and it squeaks, so I can't use it at night.
Well, we're not talking about that.
We are not the maintenance department at your living complex. I encourage you to file the correct forms.
Confused
to get the
why
squeaky
you
fix.
cared about my fan, but okay.
I really don't. But yes.
Jason.
So Solo Marvel Champion has discovered our
Solo Marvel Champion.
Oh, we got to say it like we're in a wrestling ring.
Yeah.
Solo Marvel Champion.
We're famous now.
We're famous now. Yeah, he's right. He's discovered us on our podcast here.
He just stumbled
And-
across it.
He just stumbled across it. In fact, that's one of his comments. He says, I just stumbled onto this. Great job. And so, thanks. We appreciate it, Solo. So much. We,
Is this first name Han?
no, it's not.
We're not that famous.
No, let's talk about Solo Marvel Champion.
Yeah. Han Solo, right?
Han Solo Marvel Champion.
No, he's just a Solo Marvel Champion. I think his first name is Solo, his last name is Champion, and he's kind enough to give us his middle name as Marvel. But he discovered our podcast today, and in fact left like 5 different messages.
Middle name.
So he left 5 different messages.
Woohoo! He likes us.
He does. So, the first one, like I said, he said, I just stumbled onto this. Great job. The second one was, I just got the hey, how's it going? Going well. Hope it's going good for you too. Aw, thanks, Solo. Next was, which is kind of funny because I think that's the first time we've actually mentioned him, and that he discovers us on the episode that he's getting mentioned in. So that's kind of funny. And the next one he says is, I love Wave 9. I have a video coming out tomorrow, September 11th. So now you know when we're recording about it. I haven't used Deathlock, but I have used the shield sidearm. So he's talking about how we were talking about the Deathlock and the shield sidearm. So that was really neat that he kind of made a comment, and he's got some good thoughts on Wave 9. I can't wait to hear what they are when I listen tomorrow. But by then, you guys should all have already heard this video that he's putting out tomorrow. So there's that. Last but not least, he also mentions that he went to our very first video, I guess after listening to this episode, and with Deathlock in it, and mentions that his favorite ally changes all the time, but Maria Hill tends to stay in his top ones. Would you guys agree that Maria Hill is one of the key allies in the game?
Are you asking us a question?
I am asking you guys a question. Yes, I'm giving you guys the opportunity to respond to really any of his messages that he left us, but specifically this one about Maria Hill.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like she's a really good ally to include in most, if not all, leadership decks. Getting that, especially if you're playing in multiplayer, because it gets everyone the chance to draw an extra card. Thanks for the thumbs up, Jason.
You're welcome. I was wondering if Levi had any Lewis-like comments.
To be honest, I have a comment. Give me 1 second.
One Mississippi.
Oh yeah, I mean she is a good She is a good ally. She's a good leadership ally, specifically because she's a leadership ally. I have played her before, but I typically don't play leadership, so I don't play her very often.
Is she a leadership ally?
I think she's a leadership ally.
I had to.
She's a leadership ally.
Okay, so I looked her up. What'd you say?
You said something about her being a leadership ally like 2 or 3 times, so I was like, "Oh, is she a leadership ally?"
Yeah, she's a leadership.
I think she's a leadership ally.
Yeah, she's a leadership. No, I looked up her. That's what I was doing. I was looking up her card. I was like, I don't remember because I couldn't remember what she did.
Yeah, she's one of our buddy Chuver's favorite to play.
And she's a leadership ally.
And
she's
she
a leadership
is a
ally.
leadership ally, yeah. So what she does is after Maria Hill enters play, each player draws 1 card.
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
So she has a very good leadership card.
Well, she's early game. Like, you get her in the core box. So if you just have the core box, she's going to be an ally you play quite a bit, especially if you're playing leadership.
Yeah, I did remember.
Is
that
it because she's a leadership ally?
She's a leadership ally.
At this point, I'm actually not even sure anymore.
But the fact that she is 2 cost and really is just super helpful with the leadership build, especially when you're playing with other people. It really adds value to
Nobody
the table.
is mad at you for bringing Maria Hill.
No.
Like, you bring Maria Hill and everybody's like, "Yes, let's go," you know.
I've never had that specific response, but it is a good card.
Getting an extra card in your hand is nice, especially when somebody else is giving it to you for no other reason for the fact that they play Maria Hill. And then on top of that,
when everybody at the table,
yeah. And on top of that, it's an extra chump block for somebody at the table as well, if somebody ends up really needing it. So.
Oh yeah.
As long as there's no overkill.
True.
Thank you, Juggernaut's helmet.
Yeah.
So was that the last comment we're going to talk about?
That is the last comment, but Solo, thank you so much for finding our channel and leaving your messages. So, as I mentioned before, we're going to definitely keep trying to do these as many as we can in an episode, but eventually we're going to have to break them down as we get more and more comments. But it does mean a lot that you would leave us a message on our comments. So
yeah, comment, like, and subscribe. If you hate us, let us know.
Man, you say leave us a message. It makes me feel like we're a voicemail recording.
I mean, if you want, I'll say something on here and you can turn it into a voicemail recording.
I don't know if I want that.
Hello, my name is Leo
I will
Lewis.
say
please answer.
one last thing.
Answer.
We did get an email. Are y'all ready?
Oh, we got an email?
That's our very first email
from a
listener.
Oh, so it's
From our
not
official
a
email?
Advertisement.
It's not an advertisement. Like everything else has been an advertisement. This is our first actual email.
Oh, nice.
Sent today at 3:50.
Was it
Is it from Solo Marvel Champion?
It is from Solo Marvel Champion. Yes.
Nice.
I will not dox him and read his real name out loud, but it is from Solo Marvel Champion.
Is it Han
So-
Solo Marvel Champion?
It's from just regular Solo Marvel Champion. Han Solo Marvel
Okay,
Champion hasn't sent us an email yet. But he says, "Hey guys, I love the pod. I didn't know anything about it. It just popped up in my feed. I'll binge all the episodes this weekend while I'm watching football. Thanks. I'm glad you can multitask and listen to a
We'll
podcast.
probably
and watch
make
football
your
at the same
football
time.
games more exciting.
That's right. If you're ever looking for a guest, I'd love to come on. But if that's not something you want to do, don't do it just for me, LOL. Looking forward to more. Solo Marvel Champion." Hey, Solo, let me say this officially from the podcast platform. We would love to have you on as a guest. We'll work out a time. Listeners, be listening for a future episode with Solo Marvel Champion.
Han Solo Marvel Champion.
He may not want to come on after we keep saying Han Solo Marvel Champion.
Why?
I don't know.
I think that's a great. I think that's really funny. I don't know. That's just me. Anyways,
But Solo, thank you so much for sending an email in. We appreciate it. Anything else you guys would like to say to Mr. Champion?
I mean, thanks for all the comments. We're stoked that you commented so much. You're the first emailer. That's a. I mean, we're up and comers now. Now we're famous. You finally discovered us, Solo. Thank you.
I was trying to come up with a pun based on his name, but I just can't. So, thanks, man. You rock. And we'll see ya on the channel sometime.
Looking forward to it. It'll be a good time. Hope we don't distract you too much from your football.
Oh, did he just get a touchdown?
Go Cowboys. What happened?
Pretty sure if it's a touchdown, it probably wasn't the Cowboys.
Oh my gosh! You about made Earthfisher spit out his water.
and I can say that because I am a Cowboys fan. Okay.
I'll be completely honest. I didn't even realize it was football season.
It just started.
That's right.
It's okay. Well, for us recording, it just started. So anyways, moving on with our podcast. So do you guys know what we are going to be talking about? What card we're going to be talking about? What ally?
Maria Hill.
We did it. Good job, everybody. Let's go home.
Yep, that's the podcast.
She's a leadership ally.
She's a leadership ally.
Yep, we already talked about her leadership skills.
Beta Ray Bill. Speaking of football teams, the Bills.
Who chose Beta Ray Bill as a mascot?
That would be funny if that was an actual mascot. Because Beta Ray Bill looks very monsterish. So yes, we're talking about Beta Ray Bill. So Beta Ray Bill first appeared in Mighty Thor back in November of 1983 in issue number 337, which is wild that he already had that many issues back then.
Oh, he's ugly.
Yeah. So Beta Ray Bill is an alien known as a Corbinite. Initially, he was meant to be a monster. The creator of him wanted him to be like that so that the readers couldn't tell if he was going to be a good guy or a bad guy. So S.H.I.E.L.D. detects him because they see that an alien fleet is passing through Earth's galaxy, and they ask Thor to investigate it. Thor finds a self-aware ship known as Scuttlebutt, and when Scuttlebutt senses Thor, it senses a threat, and so the ship itself attacks Thor. Well, it can't defeat Thor, so it wakes up Beta Ray Bill. And Beta Ray Bill was in hypersleep. So Bill wakes up and he fights Thor. But they fight to a standstill until Scuttlebutt reaches our solar system. So when this happens, when they finally reach our solar system, Mjolnir, Thor's hammer, changes into a cane, and then Thor turns into his mortal self named Donald Blake. Now, when I was looking this up, I couldn't really find why it did this. It just said that it had to do with his, like, the Mjolnir's magical abilities. So something I do know about Thor is that in the earlier comics, if Thor was away from Mjolnir for a certain amount of time, which I found out that it's for more than 60 seconds, the hammer itself turns into a cane, and then, like it says here, Thor turns into a regular human guy. He actually kind of turns into like a nerdy-looking dude named Donald Blake. So it's not like Thor in the first Thor movie where he just turns into Chris Hemsworth and he's still all big and buff. He's a really skinny, just normal-looking dude.
Just a small Easter egg in the original Thor movie, when he puts on his coat, like they give him a coat to put on, and she says, "Oh yeah, this is for my ex-boyfriend," or whatever. It says Donald Blake on the name tag.
Oh, that's a cool little tidbit. But yeah, that's his mortal name is Donald Blake. So because when that happens, when he turns into Blake, Blake gets knocked out by Beta Ray Bill, and Bill then examines the cane, and he hits the cane, and when he hits the cane, it turns back into Mjolnir, And Bill gains Thor's abilities, and he gets a variant Thor costume. So Bill, when that happens, Bill and Scuttlebutt are then quickly transported to Asgard by Odin. Odin thinks that Bill is Thor because of how he looks, but he quickly realizes that wasn't what was going on.
Hold on. You are his father, and you think your son's face looks like a horse?
I mean, but he's wearing the costume. He probably saw him from the back.
Are you telling me?
I mean, the gods are not known for their
Yeah, that's
intelligence, I guess.
Yeah.
Are you saying that
great observation skills? Yeah.
if you put my clothes on,
accurate.
Levi Lewis, that Earth Twister might be confused between you and me because you're wearing my clothes?
Okay.
Nope.
I think he may be more confused that you're wearing clothes because you usually, record naked. But that's beyond the point here.
Yeah. So really, if you just got naked, Earth Twister would just mistake you for me. That's really what would happen.
What would happen is I would immediately turn off the podcast and walk away because I don't need to see that.
So moving on. So quickly, Odin, and when I was looking this up, it did say that Odin figured it out pretty quickly that it was clearly not Thor that he transported. And so then he transports Donald Blake to Asgard. And this is when Bill's origins are revealed because Odin knows what it is. So Beta Ray Bill, like I said earlier, is a Corbinite. What happened to the Corbinites is they were almost rendered extinct from their galaxy exploding. They fled in their warship, the Scuttlebutt, with their best warrior, who is Beta Ray Bill. Bill, with the top Corbinite scientists, was physically augmented to have the attributes of an indigenous wild beast. So basically, what happened is Beta Ray Bill's consciousness was put into a cyborg body that was half robot, half beast. And so the reason why Scuttlebutt saw Thor and saw him as a threat was because the magic that Thor wields with Mjolnir is similar to the threat that caused their galaxy to explode. So, when Odin finds out that Beta Ray Bill is worthy to wield Thor's hammer, he decides that they must fight, meaning Beta Ray Bill and Thor must fight to see who will wield the hammer after. So the battle is pretty intense.
So not only is the whole thing like you pick up Thor's hammer and you're worthy, you get to keep it and its powers, Thor's powers. Now Odin's like, meh, let's put you guys in a cage match and see who survives.
Yeah, pretty much. So they battle.
Okay.
They battle pretty hard in a fiery realm, and both actually pass out from the heat and the battle. So Bill, and you find out, is actually resistant to heat. So he actually wakes up first from, being passed out. And because he wakes up first, he is deemed the winner. But whenever he wakes up and he's deemed the winner, he sees that Thor's probably going to die from the fire. So actually saves Thor and brings him back with him to Asgard. So Beta Ray Bill actually decides that Thor needs to keep the hammer to help Thor keep the people of Asgard safe. It actually refuses to wield it. So Odin is actually so moved by this that Odin makes Bill a new hammer for him. It's known as Stormbreaker. This is the first time you find and see Stormbreaker in the comics. So Stormbreaker was, like I said, was originally Bill's, not Thor's. So Stormbreaker is made of the same material. What are you going to say?
I said, huh? Like, oh, cool.
It's actually kind of neat.
That's awesome.
So Stormbreaker is made of the same material and was made the same way as Mjolnir, as you saw in one of the Avengers movies. Stormbreaker is enchanted similarly to Mjolnir, and will actually turn Beta Ray Bill back into his normal self when he strikes it on the ground. So whenever he gets this ability with Stormbreaker, this actually changes Mjolnir to no longer turn Thor into Donald Blake. So Beta Ray Bill then...
Wait, why?
He turns into Beta Ray Bill when he does it.
Oh, good to know.
I think what it was is they didn't want Donald Blake to be himself anymore. I think they just wanted Thor to be Thor all the time.
Gotcha.
That's my theory, and I'm sticking to it.
Did they explain what magic made that happen, or just like, oh, this ability is lost now because we can only give this one type of magic to one person, and I think Beta Ray Bill needs it more than you.
I think if I remember right when I was reading on it, I think it said that Odin decided to do that.
Just because Odin's whimsy like that?
Because of magic.
Because of magic. Cool.
Yeah. So because of that, Beta Ray Bill actually joins forces with the Asgardians, and he helps them in several really neat battles. So Beta Ray Bill is the first non-Asgardian to be able to wield Mjolnir. So other Asgardians were able to wield it before him, but he's the first one that's not from Asgard, which was kind of neat to find out. He remains an ally of Thor's for a very long time, and he befriends several other people like Adam Warlock and Pip the Troll, and even helps Adam Warlock defeat Thanos, among several others. During the Secret Invasion, he is captured by the Skrulls, and Stormbreaker is actually stolen. He gets it back by dropping Asgard on top of a guy.
What?
Wait. He just takes Asgard and just drops it.
I mean, he had some help. But yes, that's what he
On
said.
one person.
On one guy. His name
You took my
was,
hammer? Take the whole place!
He was the God Killer Skrull. He wasn't just a Skrull, he was one of the Super Skrulls. But yeah, that's what it said.
Wild.
It's pretty crazy. At one point, the Corbinites get a new planet, but Galactus eats the new planet. So at that point, they had lost 2 homes. 2 planets. So Beta Ray Bill actually decides that he's going to try and do everything he can to kill Galactus. So he knows that he cannot defeat Galactus, but can destroy any and all planets that Galactus can and will eat. So that's what Beta Ray Bill starts doing. But whenever he starts doing that, he loses the ability to wield Stormbreaker anymore.
Right, because he's killing people, essentially.
Right, he's no longer worthy at that point. Yeah, he's doing really bad stuff. So Bill actually does eventually find Galactus, but when he does, he finds him being attacked by a different race, by a different group of people, and actually sees pity on him, and he actually decides to rescue Galactus, weirdly enough, so that when he does that, then he actually becomes worthy again, and then he can pick up Stormbreaker once again. Eventually, Stormbreaker is actually broken by Thor. And because of that, Beta Ray Bill actually goes into a pretty depressed state, not being able to be what he calls his true form anymore. So, because of that, he actually seeks out Odin, and Odin cannot make a new Stormbreaker for him, but he actually suggests to go after Surtur's Twilight Sword. Now, he tells him that, but he's like, it's probably not the best, but you could always do this. So he actually does go, and he finds Surtur, and defeats him, and he gains the sword, which transforms him back into his Thor-like state.
That sounds like a cool story arc to go look up. Is Beta Ray Bill doing this crazy nonsense?
Yeah, Beta Ray Bill's been around for a really long time. He's got a really neat story to him, and yeah, he does have like a horse face. I think you said that a minute ago. So he's basically like a horse face Thor robot guy.
Right. No, I've always thought Beta Ray Bill was a neat character because they've introduced him in the animated series a couple times, and he's also in the third Thor movie, not himself, but his face is on the building that Hulk lives in.
Yeah, he's one of the, I can't remember what they're called, like a champion. He's one of the champions, like the previous champions.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's also in, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I know he's in one of the animated movies, and if I'm not mistaken, I think it's Planet Hulk. It's
Which
one
would
of the
make
Hulk
sense.
movies. Yeah, it would make sense that he's in that one.
I feel like he's got a neat origin. How did Thor break his hammer? Did he say, "Can I borrow that?" And then he just smashed it?
So all I read was that it was like completely by accident. So at that time, what was going on was
Did he drop Asgard on it?
No, no. Thor was the leader. He was basically king of Asgard at that point, and Odin was off doing whatever Odin does by himself. And all it said was he accidentally, mistakenly broke it.
I'll have to research that too. That's interesting.
That's very interesting.
But Beta Ray Bill, man. What a crazy character to pick out, dude.
Oh yeah, like when we were talking about monsters and stuff, I was like, Beta Ray Bill would be a pretty cool one. And I didn't even know, I did not know that his creator wanted him to, I mean, yes, he looks kind of like a monster, but intentionally wanted him to look like a monster. So I think that was pretty neat.
Just because he wanted him to not know if he was going to be a good guy or a bad guy. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I think it's a clever design. He only has 3 fingers, huh? But I guess that's all you need when you're a monster from space that has the balls to take on Galactus.
Yep. Has the cojones, the huevos to not wield your hammer anymore.
That's true too. Yeah, making himself unworthy. That's wild. 1983.
Yeah, it was a lot like camping. Yeah, it was pretty intense.
Intense.
Yeah, it was intense.
That was good. If for nothing else but to see Jason sketch, cringe.
Shake his head. Oh yeah, he shakes his head a lot at me all the time.
I feel like we would be like great friends, just hanging out all the time, Levi.
I'm surprised I haven't said that joke on here yet. I believe that's the first time I've said that joke on here, and I say that around Jason all the time.
It's like watching a TV episode and you're like, oh, here comes Levi Lewis. He's guaranteed to say his famous catchphrase every time you hear him. And what's his famous catchphrase?
Yeah, what's my catchphrase?
It was like camping. It was intense.
He's not wrong.
Yeah.
So, Beta Ray Bill is a 5-cost ally. Leadership ally.
So he's a leadership ally.
He's a leadership ally.
What kind of ally is he?
He's leadership.
That's good to know.
He's got 1 thwart, 3 attack, and 4 health. Both just single consequential damage. He's got a fist resource, and he has the Asgard trait. There is a response on his card. After Beta Ray Bill attacks and defeats a minion, remove 2 threat from the main scheme. His flavor text is, I may not be a native son of the realm eternal, but the power in my hammer comes from Odin himself. So I fight for Asgard on this day and all tomorrows.
Exclamation point.
That's right, exclamation point. So
what kind of resource is he?
I said he was a fist resource.
Physical
resource. Yep.
I swear, it sounded like you said fish at first. He's a fish resource.
He's a monster. He's a fish resource. Fist.
I'm a monster.
Not my gumdrop buttons.
So, Earth Twister, would you like to describe his artwork?
Oh man, would I ever? So, as I said at the beginning when we started talking about him, oh, he's ugly. He's quite ugly. He's got, it's kind of like a horse face, but also not. It kind of looks like he's got a platypus bill a little bit.
A little bit, yeah.
So he's kind of like a weird creature-looking thing, and he's wearing Thor's, I guess, armor. Um, and the red cape, of course, is flowing in the back, and then on top of his head, you definitely have the winged helmet. And he's flying kind of like Superman does, with the one arm back, and then the one arm in front, and then the legs kind of half-cocked. But
Da,
in
da, 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 da.
the hand that is
Da,
forward,
da, da.
he is holding what appears to be a misshapen ball. I'm assuming it's Stormbreaker. It has like an axe head on one side and like a hammer head on the other side of the ball, and so it's kind of a weird look. But there's like yellow lightning coming off of it, so that's kind of sick. And he's in space.
Who's sick?
Mjolnir, Stormbreaker,
Meow meow.
Meow meow.
and it looks like the art is by Patrick McAvoy.
McAvoy or McAvoy, one, one or the other.
There's no A in there, it's just McAvoy.
McAvoy.
McEvoy.
McAvoy.
Yeah, boy. We had a baby, it's a boy.
Yeah, boy.
So his card came in Star-Lord originally. This is kind of neat.
Yeah, he's a card I've acquired recently because I didn't have Star-Lord until recently. So when I got the Shield box, I got Star-Lord finally.
So have either of you ever played his card?
No.
I want to so badly, but I have not.
So you say you want to play him, Earthtwister, would you want to play him?
I mean, yes and no. I like his attack stat and the fact that he removes 2 threat when he defeats something. But it's a very niche card. It's kind of like X-23's ally card where you're wanting minions with no greater health than 3. And I mean you're looking for very specific conditions to play this out this ally. And he's 5 cost. And so by the time I have those specific conditions, he's either not in my hand, he's probably in my discard pile, maybe still in my deck, but I've got to deal with what I need to deal with right away. So I'm not really, I don't know. And 5 cost is going to take my entire hand from Alter Ego. So if I get this guy and I'm in hero form, there's no chance of playing him.
That's fair.
Long story short, no.
I
Play Beta Ray.
feel like in the last couple of years, they've really come out with some good other resource cards that could allow you to play Beta Ray Bill relatively easily. Especially if you're like running Valkyrie or Thor. You put in team building exercise, so that's already knocking off 1 resource cost. Because he's not aerial, so you can't do anything fancy like that. But then you get like Power of Leadership and one other resource card, and you can get him on the table pretty easily. There's another resource card out there. I think they can let you get up to 3 resources off of it, depending on how many of the same types share the same traits as you. I can't remember that one specifically.
It also depend on who you're playing, because some have more resources as their own cards.
Right. So like Rocket's got a few that are their own. This new crazy what's his name? Hulkling is gonna have a ton of basically built-in resource cards to his kit.
Magneto has some.
And Magneto, you basically potentially pull some out. Who's that?
Jubilee has some.
Yep. Bishop is going to end up with a stupid amount of resource cards in his hand that he could easily play Beta Ray Bill with. I feel like there's ways to make it happen. I agree it is niche in the sense that you can't just throw him in any leadership build, but I think it's plausible and possible to play him. On top of that, he came in Star-Lord's kit, right? Where Star-Lord's going to be more apt to spend encounter cards to get him on the table.
It definitely fits Star-Lord's pack.
So, do I feel like he's going to be your best bet every time? No. But I like just reading his ability response after Beta Ray Bill attacks and defeats a minion, remove 2 threat from the main scheme. it feels like he might be fun to put with Bucky, and they're both trying to kick out minions at the same time. For 5 cost, and I'm getting 12 attack out of him, if he doesn't defend for you at all, 9 attack and a free defense if not, that's still great value.
I just tend to stay away from allies that are 5 cost personally. I know that you can get them down fairly easily, like what you said, but there's still a ton of setup that you have to do in order to get there. And I'm using allies
That's
typically. I want 2 or 3 cost allies more specifically. I get some 4 cost allies, but 2 or 3 cost allies specifically to help me be able to build up. So I have them in so that I can throw them down real quick and do a little bit for me and tank a couple of hits so that I can be building my character up and then use my hero to do the thing.
So you're using them more as shields versus actually like running them as a team.
I mean, there's specific allies that I'll run in a deck because of their abilities. Like with my Shadowcat deck, I had Kid Omega in there because he synthesized with Lockheed, and then I had Beast so I could get more resources after I played him, and I had one other ally, or I had 2 other allies that I had specific reasons for them being in there. Like one was Cyclops, so getting that extra damage off. So there were particular reasons that I wanted to be able to play an ally or have allies in my deck. But I'm looking more in the 2 or 3 cost allies because they're going to be cheaper and easier to play.
For sure. No, that makes sense because you want to get them out on the table as fast as you can. But Beta Ray Bill is an effective ally. On top of that, you toss in a rapid response onto the table. He comes back basically at 1 health left. So now you've attacked for 12 plus another 9.
Yeah, looks like you're building a deck for around him though at that point, because you're playing
Correct.
cards. At that point too, you'd also end up having things like reinforced suit or things to keep him around longer, and buff up his attack stat and things like that. But you'd be building a deck around him, and that's going to be a really expensive deck.
You could Voltron Beta Ray Bill a little bit, but I don't think you have to Voltron Beta Ray Bill. I think he's a good side piece to the things that you're trying to do, depending on what character you're playing with too. Be like, I haven't played Valkyrie any, right? So I have no idea if he's a good fit for Valkyrie, but with Thor, he's already doing what you want him to do. In fact, it's a great fit for Thor because Thor's going to call in these minions, get him onto the table, and then Beta Ray Bill is going to remove 2 threat for killing the minion. This is a great card for what is that card that came in Magneto's pack that calls in a minion, but it removes 3 cost from the next ally you play?
Squared off.
Squared off. You pair Squared off with Beta Ray Bill and a resource card. That's 2 cards there. You get a minion in. Beta Ray Bill basically wants to take out a minion anyways. You clear 2 threat for killing a minion. That's actually not a bad way to get onto the table.
Are you building a deck now?
Kind of. In my head. Like I'm getting excited about it.
So my next question is, do you think Beta Ray Bill, his card, fits his character?
I don't know. After hearing the story that you said, I don't really see him as somebody that removes threat. Like, he seems more like a smash and grab. I don't know. So maybe a little bit, but maybe not a whole ton. I mean, I guess maybe the card is as obscure as the character himself is.
I feel like it does. When we first meet Beta Ray Bill, he's basically protecting Scuttlebutt and protecting his race from other people. And then when he gets the hammer, his whole thing, like even that quote is there, like, I'm going to protect Asgard. I'm going to try to remove threat away from Asgard. So now that threat is feels minuscule when it's like you're talking 2 threat, but it's still 2 threat. Especially for solo, that's actually a big deal sometimes. Especially when you take something out that takes away the threat. And then he is a powerhouse, so he's sticking around. If he's swinging for 3 and sticking around for 4 health, that seems to fit pretty well. You're paying 5 cost, so thematically that makes sense as well, because do you say Beta Ray Bill showing up for every big fight? No.
No.
But when he's there, he's costly. What about you, Levi? You haven't mentioned from the last question or this question. You haven't said anything. What are some of your thoughts, buddy? We want to hear from you too.
Do you even play this game anymore?
No, I sold all my cards. No, no, that is not true. I love this game. I have not had the time to play this game. I'm like 50-50. I think he can, but also he can't match it. Like it's kind of like, I don't know. It's strange because I think he's smart enough to remove threat. I do think that, and I think I mean, I do feel like he is a little niche where, yeah, you have to specifically get rid of a minion to do that. But at the same time, it would make sense that he'd be attacking minions. So I'm like, to me, it's like 50-50. Like, yes and no. Like, that's my opinion.
Would you play this ally? Would you like to see him in a game?
If I played this ally, more than likely I would have to build a deck around him. Kind of like what you were saying, Jason, or what you were kind of trying to do, it seems like. But, I mean, I will be very honest. Typically, I wouldn't play a card like this because typically like Earthwister was saying, it's pretty niche. Typically, I don't like cards where you have to do like 3 different things to remove threat or 3 different things to attack the main villain or 3 different things. And so, and specifically at the cost. Would I be very honest? I probably wouldn't play this card.
That's fair. I think with Squared Off, it can easily come into the table. And then we're looking at things too, and granted, I have not used them because they cost 6. But we're in an era where we have 6-cost cards now, those giant helicarriers that came out in Shield. And people at first were terrified of using them, and now I saw them in a lot of builds for a while because it wasn't as hard to get them on the table as people anticipated.
Right. Like if I was intentionally trying to build a deck around this card, I would do a similar build with my Magneto deck. That's why I was talking about him earlier, where yes, he has resource cards, but at the same time, I can't remember what I called it, but it was basically my resource heavy deck where is all basic cards, but all those basic cards were basically resources because it'd be easier to put them down. But
right, this is one of the few heroes too that when they swing for 3, they're only doing 1 consequential damage.
That is true, but normally those other ones that do 2, normally they have more HP.
Or they're a lot cheaper.
It's true. How much does X-23 cost?
I think she's 3.
Okay. Because here's she's a good fit for that type of minion slaying build too, because when she kills a minion, she gets to attack again. But she's 3 cost? Okay.
3 cost, 1 thwart, 3 attack, 3 health. But after she attacks and defeats an enemy, you ready her.
Which effectively then, if you compare that specific card to Beta Ray Bill, the cost is way more effective, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Like, hands down, you're going to run X-23 6 times out of 10. Where Beta Ray Bill, you may run 2 times out of 10. And I'm not saying Beta Ray Bill is going to be a card that I'm going to want to run for every single leadership build I make. But I think he's got value in the game.
Yeah, I've said it multiple times on this game. Like if he was an aggression ally, I might have already played him, or even a justice ally. But typically, I don't play leadership very often. It's not my forte. I do play it, just rarely.
Yeah. I think if we were to compare it to another 5-cost ally, looking at... Let's see, like Dum Dum Dugan is another one I wouldn't play necessarily. But if we're looking at like another 5-cost ally, we have Spider-Man Peter Parker in Justice. 5 cost, but when he comes in, he removes a few threat per player. From
Yeah, I have
Side
played
schemes.
that one, and it's super awesome.
yeah, so I mean, there's certain. I just don't feel like he is as worth it as the cost is.
Some of your other
wanting.
5-cost allies.
Yeah, so Spider-Man Peter Parker removes 3 threat from a side scheme. Three threat per player from a side scheme. So he comes out and he crushes a side scheme easy. But again, we're talking about Beta Ray Bill, not Spider-Man.
That's right.
Let's see.
Maybe someday, Spider-Man. Maybe someday.
So your 5-cost allies that are in the game: Beta Ray Bill, Captain Marvel, Dum Dum Dugan, Giant Man, Heimdall, which Heimdall is also way underplayed, Nova Prime, Spectrum, Spider-Man Peter Parker, and Storm.
It's 9.
There's a lot more than I thought.
That is more than I thought.
Dum Dum Dugan, you have to have the right shield stuff out to get him to be played. Carol Danvers is... Okay, so this is a leadership ally, not the one that's in the Spider-Woman kit. After Captain Marvel enters play, discard the top 4 cards of your deck. If you discard a printed energy resource, deal 3 damage to an enemy. If you discard more than 1 printed energy resource, you also stun that enemy. She attacks for 3 as well, but it does cost her 2 consequential damage to do that, but she can thwart for 2. But she lives just as long. Has a pretty interesting hint when she drops in. Aerial and Avenger, so that's a little easier to get her on the table, because now you're playing Power of Flight to get her on the table too.
Yeah, so seems like he's not a great ally for the cost.
Oh man. So that does put Beta Ray Bill in like the Dum Dum Dugan and the Giant Man and Heimdall. Not super great for 5 cost. Let me ask this question then: if Beta Ray Bill was 4 cost, would you play him?
More likely.
I might. At that point, he would seem more worth it.
But 5 cost, he feels too expensive.
Specifically because normally I don't have 5 resources. I mean, I have 5 resources including him. Does that make sense?
If we want to think about effective cost, a 5-costed hero or ally is going to be 6 effective cost. Because now you're also spending his card to play his card, right? Like you get him on the table, he's no longer a resource for you. That's your entire hand gone. You know, if you get him turn 1 and you flip up and play him, that's your entire hand gone. Like there's nothing else that you do that turn except get him on the table
and do basic attacks.
That's fair.
So if you're there building a deck around him, that's turn 1. Like if you get him turn 1, great, but that's turn 1. Like that's it.
Yeah. You're done for an expert.
So it sounds like you feel like it's just not fun to get on the table because it costs too much.
Mm-hmm.
Well, specifically like early in the game, maybe later on after you put a lot more resource upgrades and support stuff out.
Right.
Yeah. In the right context. I mean, my brain goes to you can get suit up in the game, so when you're ready to find them, you just go hunt them down. Use them as a resource until then. You get team building exercise out there. If you're playing with Thor, you can run Quinn Carrier as well with Thor. So now it's 2 resources. You play squared off to get him on the table. That's all you need to do to get him out there. And then if it's you pull the right minion out, he goes in, he takes that minion out. Now you've got 2 threat removed off the table. Plus, you got your 2 extra cards for Thor. Granted, this is a Thor build, right? So, but I see where you guys are coming from, for sure. In the context of, am I going to play Beta Ray Bill all the time? No, he's a 2 out of 10 for me. Like, I'll play him. I want to play him once to say that I have used Beta Ray Bill, and then at the point of playing him, it wasn't fun for me to use him or not.
So moving on, I think.
Sorry.
No, I think we've talked about him enough in this context. I think we're ready to rate Beta Ray Bill.
I'll give him a C. I don't think he's a bad hero, but I don't think he's great. And by hero, I mean ally, because that's what we're here for. We're about the allies. honestly, if he was lower cost, I would play him more. Even just removing one cost off of him, I think would make him much more worth it. And if you made him like 3 costs, but he took 2 consequential when he attacked, I would be great with that too. Yeah, I mean he's just sort of like he's not a card that I'm gonna be looking to play. But if I am going to play him, I'm going to find a way to get him out once and keep him there forever. That's my opinion.
I think it's a great opinion.
It's a good opinion.
I think this is the Yelp review where I give him a 2.5 stars, but then there's no comment left behind with it. It's just a blank 2.5 stars. I think that's fitting in the context, in the sense of like, I don't think about this card very often, if I'm honest. Just talking about him tonight, I'm getting excited about the possibilities that I could build around him and build with him. But at the end of the day, is he going to be my top tier leadership build when I'm going to go hard against a difficult run-in build or whatever? No, he's not going to be there. He's going to be more of a fun, let's see what happens if I can get a good build out of Beta Ray Bill.
What about you, Mr. Lewis?
So I will rate this Beta Ray Bill leadership card as a horse.
Because a horse is a horse is a horse, of course.
Hey, don't tell me about horses. So, anyway.
Frau Blücher.
So I rate him as a horse because they're cool. He does have a face that's similar to a horse. But in our modern day, unless you're a rancher, which is a very niche job, there's not much need for him anymore. So that's my rating. I rate him as a horse.
Or a horse racer.
Or a horse racer. That's accurate.
But dear listeners, we would love to know your thoughts and your ratings. Please leave them in the comment section down below. There's some in Spotify as well here in the wonderful tube of views. You can also, if you're in another location that doesn't do comments or leave rating reviews and different things like that, you could send us an email. Where can they send us an email, Levi?
Sidekicked, AMCP at gmail.com. Is that right?
That's right. What was that again, Earth Twister?
Sidekicked, AMCP at gmail.com. That's
right.
MCP, a Marvel Champions podcast.
That's correct. We would love to hear more emails from folks. It has been special getting an email for our first time today. But we'd love to get some more conversations with you guys on your thoughts on these wonderful allies.
Is that it? Are we done?
No, you said.
Oh, by the way, guys, I've been Earth Twister. Stay twisty.
I'm Levi Lewis. Watch out for those wombats out there. It is like camping because it's intense.
My name is Jason Sketch, and next time I'll be deadly serious next time. Peace.
It's about time somebody was serious around here.
I gotta take my hat off. I gotta make Jason think that I'm bald again.
Are you not?
Oh, look, you can see my hair now. Because I haven't cut it in like 2 weeks.
Oh my goodness.